All right, take two and belated Happy New Year because I guess this camera is new enough that I've not disabled it for emergency messages from the government. And it's just a thing being over here in South Korea. So, what was I saying? Goodness, now I have to revisit everything. So, I try to do these unscripted. I like to sound natural in one take. So, I was talking about this is a game. I should try to do it even better than in take one. This is a game from November 28th, 1992. This is part of my 1992-93 full NHL season replay. And recently I got a comment, got a kind of a request actually to see some San Jose in the channel. And I agree, San Jose should feature on the channel. So I've got San Jose and Minnesota. I think these are two teams that I've not shown any games from for this project on this channel. So even though it's not Boston, it will not be Boston defending the TV YouTube title. And it's also not the Bobby Russo tribute game that I've also indicated to at least one other person that I'm planning on doing. And it's also not another project profile portfolio video that's like 3 years outstanding now. Instead, what I'm going to do with the time that I have is feature San Jose versus Minnesota, and the final season, regular season for the Minnesota North Stars. So should get at least one of their games up on this channel. In this game in real life, this was a 10-3 routing, and San Jose left in Jeff Hackett for all 10 goals. So starting in this game for San Jose will be Jeff Hackett. It'll be Casey getting the start for the North Stars. And Gaetan Duchesne scored twice in this game to sort of kick off the scoring, though Todd Ellick had made it 1-0 Minnesota. And also in this game, Neil Broughton, he got 4 points for the North Stars, 2 goals and 2 assists. Courtnall had 3 assists. Gaetan Duchesne as well had 2 goals and 2 assists, just like Broughton. Todd Ellick had a 4-point night with a goal and 3 assists. And Madonna had a couple of assists. Mike McPhee scored a goal. Alf Dahlen had 1 and 1. And Stu Gavin as well had a couple of points in this game. And again, this was a 10-3 final score for the Minnesota North Stars, who improved to 12-9-3 with the win over San Jose, and the Sharks fell to 5-18-1. In my replay, Minnesota will not be able to improve to 12-9 because they come into this game with a record of 9-12. They are 9-12-2 after 23 games. San Jose is 6-15-2 after 23 games. So pretty similar to real life for the Sharks. They have 12 points, I guess, and they had 11 coming into this one. So anyway, without further ado, because I want to get this done and over with before I get another emergency message, plus I'm expecting company. That is going to be a team player for the Minnesota North Stars with the red number 2 and the Joker. That just means automatically through. I will say, the Joker means I can just pick anybody. So let's go with team assist bench. Let's go with Duchesne since he had a really good game. So Gaetan Duchesne. And the 3, however, they need an ace or a 9-10 for the team player to be able to push the puck through to get a scoring chance. So that'll just be 2 more cards burned from the first sequence. On to the second we go, up to 5 minutes in the frame. Where's the San Jose, the Kings, Johan Garpenlov. And we look at, with the Red Jack, we look at the Minnesota team defense, Red Kings and King of Clubs. So they're able to stop that rush. And 4, this is David Williams for the Sharks. Williams with a 7, but he needs a 9 to a 10, so that's another sequence gone. So 3 gone. We're up to 4 now, minute 10. We're 8. That's going to be Mike Craig for the North Stars. With the 8, Mike Craig, he feeds it through too. 9 is going to be Gaetan Duchesne. Duchesne with a jack, but if we look, I think Hackett will be... No, Kings, Queens, Red Jacks. So there you go. Much like much like historically, Gaetan Duchesne has scored here from Mike Craig. And I guess 33 years have changed almost nothing. The Jack of Spades there, so it was Duchesne from Craig, and the Jack of Spades is Darian Hatcher. 1-0 here for the Stars. And to minute 12 and a half we go, where it is Trent Klatt with the puck for the North Stars. But nothing's going to happen there. 6, that's going to be Pat Falloon for San Jose. Falloon with a 7, but he needs an 8. So again, we go to another sequence here, 17 and a half minutes in the period, where Jeff Odgers, overachiever Odgers, I was thinking about that a few minutes ago before I started this. Odgers with the Queen, they need Red Kings or King of Clubs, so the staunch North Stars defense will be able to prevent anything from happening. And with the red 6, we get Neil Broughton here. Ace, that's automatically through too. Tommy Shodin with the Kings, so it's going to be 2-0 North Stars. It was 3-0 in real life after 20. It's going to be 2-0 North Stars after 20 here. Quick stats update before going to the next period. I did this in previous videos. So the secondary assist I didn't flip for. I counted through the cards. The three of spades, that will go to Dave Gagne, the secondary assist. So it was Tommy Shodin from Neil Broughton and Dave Gagne. Okay, so we're going to get things going here again. It's going to be a team card again, much like to start off the first period, but this will be the Jack of Spades here for the North Stars. So I'm going to say Stu Gavin with the puck here for Minnesota, 2-0 after 20. Stu Gavin with the 8, but they need an ace or a 9 to 10, does the Minnesota North Stars with the team move. So let's actually move the bond to period 2 and a sequence 2 here with a 10. That's going to be Tommy Shodin with a 9. Gets it to the Shodin solo effort, the drive on goal, and Tommy Shodin has made it 3-0 here for the Minnesota North Stars. And Shodin from, let's see if he went end-to-end entirely. No, the king of spades, so Stu Gavin picking up another point, just like in the real game where he was productive. And to the third sequence we go now. It's 3-0 for the Minnesota North Stars. That is Doug Wilson for San Jose. Wilson 10 automatically through to the 9 to Jeff Odgers. Odgers the overachiever. Let me see here. 6 for Odgers, but he needs an ace or an 8 to 10, so a narrow miss there for Odgers. We go to minute 10 here in period 2, where Jim Johnson here with the puck. Johnson, Kings, Queens, and Reds, Jacks. Johnson pokes it through to ace. This is Russ Courtnall. Courtnall with the puck on his blade. Okay, Courtnall with a 9. Sorry, I was trying to come up with something that rhymes like taper blade or something like that. Anyways, here's the point. Courtnall scores. That's what it is. Oh God, he's no Dave Gardner. Anyway, so it's let's see here, 5, Queen, Ace, and 9. So that's Courtnall from Jim Johnson. And I was trying to come up with the right word there, and I hesitated trying to describe it. So Courtnall, he can't assist on his own goal, so it's just going to be Courtnall. And I did say Johnson started off that sequence. Right now, I'm getting really retreating into excessive self-consciousness. So 10 minutes into the period, let's get off to minute 12 and a half now here, but we should probably change the score while we're at it. So it's let's see here. My goodness, so 12, yeah, so 12 and a half here, 6. That will be Neil Broughton. Neil Broughton with a 5, but he needs an ace or an 8 to 10. So we're up to minute 15 now. See, it's the domino effect. Now I will double check how many cards I've played and how many sequences. It's going to be Russ Courtnall. Courtnall with a red jack. Courtnall, he feeds it through for Todd Ellick. Ellick with a queen, and Ellick did score in this game in real life. So Todd Ellick here, 5-0 for Minnesota right now over San Jose. Alec from Courtnall, and the 7 of hearts is Tommy Shodin. So 5 minutes to go here in the second period, where San Jose finally with a touch Pat Falloon, but nothing will get through into the final 2.5 minutes here of the second period. With the 2, it's a San Jose team player from the bench, Doug Smolik. Smolik with a 4, but San Jose needs the ace or 10. So there you have it after 2 periods of play. The score, it's San Jose 0 and the Minnesota North Stars 5. So back for period 3, not a competitive affair, unfortunately, for the Sharks. I think, again, the request that I got, I'm terrible with usernames, and sorry about that, but to see the Sharks on the channel, have we seen them? I mean, they've had a few touches, but anyway, kicking things off here for period 3, it's going to be in the first sequence, 6, again, Minnesota, again, Neil Broughton, and he's unable to make anything happen there, so... up to the 5-minute mark we go. This time it is Trent Klatt. Trent Klatt with the jack. He'll be able to set up Mike Craig. Mike Craig, wide open. Mike Craig fires in goal. Mike Craig from Trent Klatt, and that's Dave Gagne getting another helper. So it's 6-0 for the Minnesota North Stars. 5 minutes into period 3, where again it's the Stars, a team bench player. Let's go with Gaten Duchesne here again. And Duchesne here with a 3. That is... no, they need an ace or 9 to 10, so 2 more cards burned in the sequence. That was sequence 3. We're up to minute 10, headed to minute 10, where it's going to be Kelly Kissio. He's had an outstanding season for the Sharks so far, but he's been jokered out here. Kissio, actually, I'll try to best I can here. I've got my computer back here on the fly. Kissio has 7 goals and 28 points in 23 games for San Jose. So outstanding campaign for Kissio. Unfortunately, cannot demonstrate it here. It is going to be the ace back the other way. Mike Modano, he's had a suspiciously quiet game in this. Modano here. I used to hear Madonna and Medano both from announcers, commentators. So 2, this is going to be a Stars team player with the 8. Let's go with Trent Klatt. So Medano to Trent Klatt with the 6, but the Stars needed an ace to a 10 up to the 15-minute mark, where it's Tommy Chodin yet again. Chodin with a 7. Chodin, he finds Mike Medano in waiting. Medano with a goal. So Medano, they stayed hot on the play, and it's 7-0 here for Minnesota. Don't say Dallas, Patrick. Minnesota over San Jose. And that's Tenorti picking up the secondary assist on that goal. So 5 minutes to go here. We get down to the 2.5-minute mark. I don't think they're pulling Jeff Hackett, but they did leave him in for all 10 goals, so I'm not pulling him after 7. So 3, that's Todd Alec. Alec with a 9. Alec did produce in this game. Alec to Medano looking for his second goal, but it's only a 2. Medano needs at least a 4. So the final sequence here of the third period, where it's Dave Gagne. Gagne with a king that'll penetrate the San Jose team defense. Tommy Chodin looking for a second goal, and he gets it. Tommy Chodin at the end there. Tommy Chodin making it 8-0 for Minnesota over San Jose. Another point in the game can't be given to Chodin, so I guess that'll just be a 1-assist goal. And that is your final. I see this is almost 11 minutes old now, this video. San Jose, they lose by 8. They've actually managed to lose by 1 more goal. Now, this was a lower scoring game. It's pretty hard to, for all of DoC's strengths, it's pretty hard, I think, in DoC and also many hockey games to replicate a 10-3 effort, 13 goals. It's just such an outlier that 13 goals would be shared by teams and games. Even in 1993, where it would have occurred a little less rarely. But anyway, I will be back probably before anything else. Predictably, I will come back with Boston and Hartford. I actually skipped over that game in the schedule so I could show this one, but I'll do that. That'll be the final November 28th game. I'll revisit that one, and I'll play through some games offline in the meantime. And we'll see if Boston, that one's going to be in Hartford, so Boston will defend their TV YouTube championship, or try to, in Hartford, where I will be able to sound or mouth the Brass Bonanza after Whalers goals. I couldn't do that at the Garden. As always, it's never expected, but anytime any consideration given to this guy here just goofing around at his desk with hockey cards. I tried to play and teach a little bit. I tried to explain some, probably not all the cards of what it says in the card and what it means here between the teams in the game. I would have enjoyed it if it weren't such a blowout win over San Jose. I do like a more competitive game when I'm at the desktop table, but there you go. San Jose, they had a terrible season in 1993, and I guess this is an indicator that the DoC engine is quite capable of reflecting that. So an 8-0, a much-needed win here for the Minnesota North Stars. Again, underachieving in my replay relative to real life, their performance in the season to this date. But, that's what makes it fun, and that's why we play the games, right? So go and enjoy your games, and have a great day. Bye for now.